Today, I'll be speaking about climate change. So, what do you all expect from my speech? Polar bear losing its habitat of ice? Turtle trapped in a sea full of plastic? Or perhaps an imagery of the earth painfully dying? And what is your view on this topic? Maybe it sounds old school to you, or you find it repetitive, or you simply could care less about this topic. Raise your hand if any of those apply to you. You all are liars here, okay? Thank you. Let's face it, the repetitive data and narratives on this topic can feel uninspiring. But what if I told you I could change your view on climate change? After today, I will answer these three questions. How can acting for climate change not seem old school? What is in for you for acting for climate change? And what are the future benefits of acting for climate change? To answer our first question, we must face the reality that when we approach the issue of climate change from a moral or scientific standpoint, we often find ourselves disinterested. But what if I told you we could see climate change from another perspective, one that feels more personal to us? He is not an ordinary old man. He is Adam Smith, the founding father of economics. In the late 18th century, he published the theory of moral sentiments with this famous quote. It suggests that every individual, in an economic sense, is selfish and rational, and that every individual will spend accordingly to create the maximum benefit for themselves. This theory links closely with a core concept in economics, self-interest, which doesn't mean just being selfish. It just means that individuals make actions that benefit themselves. What I'm trying to say is that this speech would focus on the economic benefits of acting for climate change rather than from a scientific or moral standpoint. As, after all, we all act based on our self-interests, and sometimes money saved can catch our attention more effectively than other approaches. So, let's explore the allure of saving not only our planet, but also our wallets. Let's say you want to get an iPhone 15, which is 6,899 Hong Kong dollars. And instead of fighting and begging your parents for that cash, like whatever is going on in that picture, how about we do a year of 5 simple actions to save up for that? And here's a fun acronym for it. A B. Yes, a B, which stands for buy, eat, and exercise. And I did not think of that when I got stung by a bee once, and it hurt. Anyways, the first B goes to shopping smart. And in our first case, clothes. Instead of feeding into fast fashion and wasting money on cheap quality products, how about looking back into your closet and creating some new outfits through a mix and match technique? Buying 6 less pieces of clothing every year adds up to 1K. And in our second case, books. Hey, book gals, or I think you guys do read books. Do you guys understand the feeling of wanting to read a book, but not necessarily owning it? If that's the case, consider utilizing your local library and borrowing books instead of wasting hundreds every month buying tens and thousands of books you'd only read once. Buying 5 less books a year adds up to another 1K. Our first E of B goes to eating healthily. There are many reasons to go meatless, whether it is for your health or for the economic benefits. And if you do indeed take part on every meatless Monday you get, then that's another 2K. And while we're on the idea of food and drinks, how about drink smart? Sounds weird, but what I mean is just bring your own bottle around. It's a small thing for sure, but bringing your own reusable bottle is easy and good for the environment. Saving 3 bottles every week adds up to another 1K. Our final E of B goes to exercising wisely. I'm sure we all know the benefits of walking by now. So how about the next time you head to school or work, consider walking for 1 to 2 MTR stations instead. Saving 5.5 every day for 365 days adds up to our final 2K. All of that adds up to 7K, which is way more than needed for an iPhone 15, where you could also get some cute accessories to go along with it. Today, we're only speaking about an iPhone, all for your self-interest. But it's not just an iPhone, but for a better future for our society. And I'll show you how. Through your self-interest in an iPhone, it creates a positive externality to the society. Do you know what will happen if we transition to a low-carbon, sustainable path? Well, the Global Commission on the Economy and Climate has given an answer of delivering a direct economic windfall of 26 trillion and creating 65 million new jobs by 2030. Just remember that one day you or even your children will be searching for jobs in this competitive workforce. And when that time arises, you will realize what you have done doesn't only benefit you yourself, but also the whole economy if we all work against climate change together. Hence, the best things done to help others will always come back to you in another way. In this case, hard cold cash. By now, I think you understand that I'm not only talking about saving these cute, adorable polar bears, but also saving this. If that's the case, and then I've successfully persuaded you to act immediately. And here's a thought-provoking question. Are you confident in your selfishness? Finally, if selfishness is a human instinct, and showing love for our planet is considered old-fashioned, then how about we all, selfishly, show our love for the planet? Thank you.